What's up, everybody? Hello. Nope, let's try that again. What's up, everyone? It's Joe. I'm back. Had a little bit of a longer break in between videos than I planned, but that's because A, I wanted to finish setting up the PC and actually release the next video using its hardware, software, all that jazz. Hopefully the leap in quality is noticeable, you know, because I did drop quite a pretty penny on it, so hopefully it pays off. So that was reason number one. And number two, I thought about this video, and I thought, well, you know, a video about my poster collection is probably just going to be lengthy and boring, considering that you can look up most of these images on Google image search, you know, so I'm going to leave out most of the poster collection and instead feature the more rare posters, you know, the ones from foreign countries, and just standout items like that. So, without further ado, here are some of my more rare posters. Enjoy. Alright, so here we go. Now I'm gonna try to handle these as delicately as I can because most of them are rolled, and most of them are at least, well, I think actually all of them are more than 30 years old at this point, or close to being older than 30 years old at this point. So the first one we have, I got off of eBay quite a while ago. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Night of the Creeps. If you scream, you're dead. Now this is not the standard size movie poster. This is more like the size poster that they would stick like in a doorway or something like that. Some smaller space than than actually in the front of the theater with the rest of the posters. Night of the Creeps, an amazing movie. Definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. Alright, next up, this one's a little bit more fragile. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. There we go. It's even got the other movies down below there. I actually want to get this one framed now that I think about it. Unfortunately, it's a little ripped there at the bottom. But actually, once it gets in a frame, it'll probably look pretty decent. But I should point out, a lot of these were from video rental stores, particularly one that my dad worked at, again, in the 80s. So a lot of these came from there. But then again, also a handful of them I got off of eBay. So I'll see if I can remember which I got from where, but we'll see how good my memory is. Alright, next up we have a little insert for April Fool's Day, coming to you in October on Videocassette. Now I believe this is probably something that was like sent out in some kind of promotional packet, because it's just like a little sheet of paper pretty much with details about the movie on the back. Ooh, suggested retail price $79.95. Remember those days? The economy must have been booming back then. Alright, next up we've got a twofer. Now these are two Poltergeist little inserts. Let's see. They would be displayed kind of like that. But these actually fit into a light box. And you would hang the light box on the wall or hang it from the ceiling. And the light would shine through this. And, well, it wouldn't shine through this because this is just cardboard, but it would shine through this picture and just kind of highlight it, which is kind of cool. And I've actually got the light box in another room with another poster in it, so I'll get to that at the end of this because I didn't plan that out very well. Next up, Friday the 13th, The New Beginning. Much like the one that I showed previously, except I think this one's a little bit larger and in better condition, which is unfortunate because this is probably the worst movie in the series. I'd much rather have the final chapter in this quality. But it's unfortunate that I get The New Beginning instead. But yeah, this is another rental store promotion kind of thing. Or I guess they probably could have like put it in any kind of store. But limited time offer, $39.95 for a VHS. Who'd have thought that people actually paid that much money for VHSs back in the day? I'm going to defeat Jason Voorhees with my psychic powers. So these are starting to get a little bit bigger now. Oh, geez. I see what this is. Okay. You ever take a little trip down to Texas, you might want to avoid Leatherface. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Woo. Nothing could ever prepare you for the horror of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now on videocassette from Media Home Entertainment. Whew. All right, let's carefully and cautiously fold this back up, please. This is actually kind of fun for me because I don't really know what I'm unfolding. Most of these aren't labeled on the back. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. So let's see what this one is. Oh! Spies Like Us. Another kind of small insert like Night of the Creeps was. There you go. Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. Classic comedy. Doctor. Alright. So here's another video store rental poster. Another large one. Mutant. Woo. Bo Hopkins and Jennifer Warren. Let me go see if we can get that. Mankind's deadliest threat will not come from the skies. On video cassette and video disc. Fancy. Yeah, I vaguely remember Mutant. I know it's like a monster movie. I think the monster is made from some sort of chemical waste, but it's been years since I've seen it, and I've only seen it once. So I guess if you want to watch it, take it at your own risk, because it's not a good sign that I don't remember much of it. It didn't stand out. Oh, this one's labeled. Well, look at what we have here. Piranha 2! Ooh, the spawning! There you go. Whoops. Oh, hey, ho. Easy. It's a little folded, so it's not wanting to cooperate too well here. But yeah, there you go. Piranha 2. It's actually not that bad of a movie. It's just really low budget. You know, plot-wise, it's kind of cool. But it stands out as being James Cameron's first feature film. Before before Terminator, and before Aliens, there was Piranha 2 for James Cameron. You gotta start somewhere. It's Fletch. Fletch is back. Now this is the first Fletch, it's not Fletch Returns. Or Fletch Rides Again. Or whatever they call it. This isn't even the biggest poster I have. I've got a huge poster coming up towards the end. It's my pride and joy. It's the prize of my collection. Tape. Why did they stick tape on these posters? Oh, hey. Behave. Oy vey. Okay, so I don't think I've actually ever seen this movie, honestly. I think I just like the poster, the way that it looks, but it's for Nightmares. Each summer, one film opens that you've never heard of, and that you'll never forget. Nightmares is this year's sleeper. Well, apparently it just kept on sleeping, because I don't remember the damn thing at all. You'll never forget. Yeah, you'll never forget if you never heard about it in the first place. Some of these are worth framing more than others. That one's not one of them. What is this one? It's not labeled. It's a smaller one though, thank God. Oh! A little bit of Mel Brooks. Silent movie. It's actually a really funny movie, and it's pretty ballsy. Pretty ballsy movie to be made. I think it was made in the 70s? Sometime in the 70s, I'm sure, but well after they were making silent movies. So that was pretty ballsy to make a feature film that was a silent movie. Mel Brooks, he's a genius. What is this? Oh, this is a weird shaped one. Oh, shit. This one I'd love to get a special sized frame for. But Back to the Future! Now available on videocassette. I completely forgot that I had this one. I need to get this one framed, for sure. This isn't exactly a poster. It's just a little placemat for a counter, but here's Godzilla. Not since Godzilla met the smog monster has a double feature been this much fun. And what is this an advertisement for? With our double feature, players can match 3 prize amounts and win that prize. Or, if they uncover a movie ticket plus 2 matching prize amounts, they win double the amount shown. Oh, Virginia Lottery. That makes sense. The rest of these posters, they're too big for me to just hold up like this. I mean, I was really pushing it with some of the ones that I was holding up like this. So I'm gonna have to break out the handy cam. And when I say that, I mean I'm just gonna grab that camera and hold it. Real top-notch stuff here. Let me move this stuff back up off the ground before I make a mistake. Oh! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. The right stuff. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I need to move this damn stuff. Alright, so here's a Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Dream Master poster that I think I got for my 8th or 9th birthday. And here we have I believe a French poster for Street Trash. A really gross out, gory kind of film. A lot of body morphing going on in that movie. Definitely recommend it if you're a gore hound or if you like weird movies. But I'm pretty sure this is from France. I'm not sure about the size. But yeah, it's a very interesting cover art, poster art I should say. Because I haven't seen that poster art before. I've seen a lot of different ones, but not like this. This thing is so freaking huge, man. Look at the size of this. I want to say it's probably like 4.5 feet by 3.5 feet, something like that. But it's huge. As you can see, it says Le Blob. It's from France. It's a French quad. That explains the size. It's just freaking huge. But I think that, yeah, this one was released in '89 in France, it looks like. But the movie itself was released in '88, so maybe it just took that long to get over there. There you go. Selection Officielle Avoriaz '89. I butchered that, I'm sure. Yeah, but this actually contains my favorite art for the Blob, where it's the guy up inside the blob reaching down and stretching out the title itself. And I just happened to stumble across this on eBay one day, and it's the biggest freaking poster. Unfortunately, it's not actually poster material. It's like a thin paper. So with its size, I have to be really careful or it's gonna rip. I know it will. Fortunately, there's no rips in it yet, but I have to keep it folded up and pressed between things to just keep it in the shape that it's in. Eventually, I'd like to get it framed. The only problem is its size, really, because framing something this size is going to cost a hell of a lot of money. And I've got another poster about this size too, which I will show you right now. Here we go. I think this is another French quad. It looks to be French. For John Carpenter's The Thing. Deux hommes en proie à la chose. And I believe La Chose is the French, or maybe not even French, I'm not sure. But it looks to be French, like I said. This thing is massive. It's the same size as the Blob poster that I just showed you. And you can see my feet down there. That'll give you some frame of reference to how big this thing actually is. This is the one that I would love to have framed. This is actually my favorite poster art for the movie. Now I know a lot of the times when you see poster art for this movie, you see the one of the unnamed person with the light shining out of its face, wearing the Arctic gear. But this is the one that I like the most because it just shows the 3 people in the Antarctic. You don't know which people they are, but I mean, if you watch the movie, you can pick which scene they use this from, so you can figure it out for yourself. But they don't tell you on the poster who they are. So it shows the isolation And then it shows, of course, the big monstrosity forming thing in the background there. It's just my favorite poster art. When I saw it, I just had to get it. And I would love, love, love to frame this and just stick it on my wall somewhere. Because it would just really stand out. It would pop. It would pop. Alright, so that's pretty much all the posters. And I just noticed these two things behind me, which I didn't mention in the memorabilia video. They'd probably be more memorabilia than posters, but either way, they're for display purposes. So these are oversized VHS boxes used for display purposes. And here's one for Fright Night. And the cool thing about it is on the back is another movie for The Bride. Now, I'm assuming that this was exclusively released by Columbia Pictures because this one's Columbia Pictures. And so is this one, The Ghostbusters. But these are great. You don't really have to do anything with them. You can just like prop them up. I think what I'll end up doing with them is filling them with like styrofoam blocks just to help them keep shape, because this one here is like starting to bend out a little bit. So I want to keep them in best possible shape as I can. Yeah, just a couple of interesting little promotional items that you don't really see anymore, unfortunately. You know, gone are the days of the video rental stores. So seeing stuff like this is just, unfortunately, happening less and less. Thanks you guys for watching. It should be a lot easier for me to get these videos out now because there's a lot less downtime when it comes to actually editing these things, because with the old camera that I was using, it saved the video files in some weird format, and I always had to convert that format to one that the computer agreed with. And I always felt like when I was converting them, I was probably losing quality in them as well. But this setup seems to be a lot easier to work with, so there's really no excuse for me to fall behind in the video schedule anymore. But thank you guys for watching. Stick around. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next. It's been a while since I've done a video game review, so it might be that. Or it might be another movie review. It's been a while since I've done one of those too. But yeah, thanks for watching and have a great day. Have a great day!